game, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But speaking of, rooting for the home team, right?
Home team.
If you all are not familiar with how these award shows work, right? So Michael B. Jordan kind of got snubbed. People are saying he got snubbed at the Critical Choice Awards because he lost Best Actor to Timothy. I don't want to botch his last name, but I think it's Charlotte. Timothy Charlemagne. I don't know. It might be French or something. There's like an accent over the E. But anyway, and I was explaining to JR over here, he's behind the scenes, but I was saying that these award shows are like set up for the Oscars. That's why the Oscars is like the last award shows that you see. So what they're really doing is they're setting the tone,
signaling.
Yes, they're signaling. They're setting the tone. They're building up to the most prestigious award, right? Yes. And so this is not a good sign. That Michael B. Jordan already got snubbed for this award. So fans of Michael B. Jordan are voicing concerns about his chances of the 2026 Oscars after the actor and his film Sinners were shut out of the top awards at the Critics' Choice Awards on January 4th. This was just yesterday. Yeah. Despite leading the night with 17 nominations, Sinners failed to win Best Actor or Best Picture.
What did they win? Did they win anything?
That's a good question. Those are the most coveted awards. I doubt that they didn't win anything. Yeah,
right. 17.
You won something.
But you probably won Best
like cinematography or whatever.
Something that don't really move.
People want the Best Actor award, the Best Actress award. People want Best Picture, right? So Best Picture would have been the actual film. It would be for Sinners, so they would share that, the cast. And Best Actor would have went to Michael B. Jordan, who was the lead. Any which way you cut it, he was the lead, right? Because he played both brothers.
Right.
And so this really raises the question. Oh, and also what is important to note that Timothy apparently, because I didn't see the speech, I didn't actually watch the award show, but apparently people were saying that Timothy had a lot of praises to give to Michael B. Jordan in his acceptance speech.
I did see the kind of the aftermath of, like, I seen some clips of the speech, and then I started seeing him with Kylie Jenner and all of that. So I was seeing those clips on Twitter. And I was a bit confused because that's when Variety started trending. Right. And I'm like, what's the connection? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot Variety did that bullshit and they tried to snub Sinners and tried to make it seem like it got a horrible return on its investment from its box office and all of that. But that makes sense. He's giving praise and he's showing love because a lot of people feel like that was the film of the year. Like that was especially as independent, it's like
is original like, screenplay. It had the sci-fi, and it did record numbers and it introduced a lot of people that you didn't see before. Yes. So it put people on too, and then it's Ryan Coogler, right? Yeah. And so if you all are not familiar with Ryan Coogler, but he did Black Panther. Yes. So he is the director responsible for Black Panther and that series, because I think there's a third one coming out soon
another
too.
One coming.
So everyone is speculating like what's going to happen. People are saying that it's a robbery. People are saying that maybe this is like racially implicated as well, because these are Black actors and Black directors, and it's a historic film about sharecropping, and they infused it with sci-fi. And so people are saying because this movie was Black as fuck, there was no way that they were going to validate it as a contender for Best Actor, for Best Picture.
The problem with a lot of stuff that when Black people do it, it becomes oh, that's a black owned company, or that's a black thing, or you're a black actor, or that's a black film. And it's a way, sometimes it's a way to show prosperity and progress of where we come from because of all the bullshit we have to go through in America. But a lot of times it's a way to put you in a box and to make you smaller than, and not really acknowledge who you are and not acknowledge what you've accomplished and what you did. But a lot of times actors and successful people get backlash when they say, I'm not a black director, I'm a director, or I'm not a black head coach, I'm a coach.
Yeah, I hate
so
that.
I understand the context of it, but to me, what they trying to do is Lil Bro and put they trying to Lil Bro Ryan Coogler. Like, that's what the whole Variety campaign, that's what everything, all of this is about, is not acknowledging his greatness and not acknowledging his creativity and his innovative. But when you look at it from the perspective of the context of the film, it's a black director. But here's the problem. If it was a white director that did it, people wouldn't be saying like, "Oh, that's just some black film," or "That's just some."
No, if this was a white director and he was talking about the Holocaust, and it moved people, and it had this historical tie along with like this overarch of like sci-fi, people would have ate it up. Yeah. And not for nothing, people did eat up Sinners though.
Yeah, it did really well. Right,
it did really well. So the idea that, and this is why I don't like the conversation. I love Pharrell. I love you, Pharrell. I love you, Pharrell. But you was a little bit out of pocket talking about, do you want to be known for being black or do you want to be the best? Because this is a case study. This is in 4K systemic racism. Because arguably,
okay, let me ask you this.
Arguably, this was, and here's the thing. I can't say that it was a better film because I didn't watch Marty Supreme. But to JR's point, didn't Marty Supreme just come out? How'd you already beat Sinners? You came out last week.
Yeah.
So
they already had that in them. They
So
they already say a lot of these award shows
are rigged.
They paid for. Like, it's all marketing for that film or whatever. Like, I mean, it's plenty of actors who like never won.
How does ping pong win over vampires?
Like it's a lot of those award shows and stuff like that when you don't play ball with the award show ceremony. I mean, like Nikki don't have a Grammy or something.
Nikki doesn't have a Grammy.
Like, think about that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, that Nikki doesn't have a Grammy. I think it was like Leonardo DiCaprio didn't have an Oscar or one of those things like for a long time. And like, we know Leonardo is like legendary. Like, he got crazy good movies.
Well, one of his movies actually won Best Picture.
He won it now though. Like, he finally got it, but like, that was like a big thing. Like, oh, he don't have it. So, even like a lot of these record companies or these companies, they be in bed with the people who select it, and then you can call racism, but it's also like, it's art, so it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I'm not being racist towards Sinners or this and that. I just prefer this movie, or I prefer this one, and it's all about my taste, and it's all about this, and it's a whole bunch of backroom deals that are being done. And we are not even invited. Like, a lot of us not even invited to that table of discussion. So when these decisions are happening and they do Ryan Coogler and Sinners like how they did them, dirty. You don't get the backlash until after the show. So now you're like, oh my God, did we make a mistake? Well, we can't redo it. Well, we'll get them next year. And it's like, well,
and that's what I'm saying. If anybody had next year to get them, it was this movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they just came out. It already won. He already won. And here's the thing. The to your point about like the tables and Timothy Chalamet, he is being invested into.
Yes.
And people want return on their investment.
Yeah,
they are trying to platform this young man.
And they're trying to make him the next.
And they're trying to make him the next, like, Ryan Gosling. They're trying to make him the next Brad Pitt, which there will never be another Brad Pitt, baby. I'm sorry. But
he got the machine behind
him. He got the machine behind him. And that's unfair, because when people are saying, hey, all of y'all, and all of y'all who just happen to be white men, y'all just happen to invest in y'all friends, y'all just happen to invest in y'all, the y'all network. And so why don't we try to get some black people in there? And then it's like, oh no, don't do it because of the color of your skin. Okay, so you're not going to you're just gonna base it off of merit. But I want to revisit this
merit is
because
always
what
subjective
if
when you're the one who makes the rules for
when
the
you're the one
merit.
who makes
So
the call?
it's kind of like okay,
this man played 2 roles in one movie. You're not going to tell me that he does not deserve better, and you believed each character.
Merit is always subjective. Like I got friends that went to law school, and one of the things they told me about like law school and things like that is like you can't take to heart when you get your grade because you only take one test at the end of at the end of each semester. So when you don't become a top person in your class, you can't subjectively say I don't know the material because it's all subjective. This person wrote this person wrote that. So you never really know because you're not seeing their scores. It's not like a multiple choice test. I gotta write up an answer in law school.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying? And they grade it on a curve. So
you compete against your classmates.
And they grading it on a curve. So a lot of people have to fail and only a certain amount are going to pass. So it's like if you fail, that don't mean your stuff wasn't good. It just means subjectively the professors or the TAs or whoever graded your stuff chose this person or that person. That has nothing to do if you're going to be a better lawyer than this person.
No.
Zero. It's like literally it has nothing to do. But it has a lot to do if you're going to get those opportunities.
But imagine.
So now those lawyers go get those better jobs and all that, and they fuck around and become a better lawyer.
That's
because
true.
Because of that. So like,
but we're at the top of our game right now. Like Timothy and Michael B. Jordan, they're in the field. You know, they're not in school anymore. And the idea that you can work your butt off, you can play 2 different roles.
The analogy that I was giving is basically like one person has the machine of the professors and the other person is just working
but
just as hard as him.
Rigged. That means it's rigged. And that's what I'm saying. And that's my argument against like what Pharrell said. My argument against, do you want to be known? Do you want the job because you're black or do you want it because you're the best? We're seeing in 2025 and 4K that it doesn't matter if you are the best, if you are black. That is the point. Well, if you are black, it does not matter if you are the best.
A lot of stuff is the good thing about like for example, like sports. Sports is like one of the great equalizers. And it's getting kind of murky now. It's not even a great equalizer anymore because now you got to be rich to be
in the NBA,
in the NBA and all of this stuff. But like sports is one of those things that's a great equalizer. I grow up, you grow up, whether you got rich parents, all this, whatever. Like you can't buy a LeBron James. Like LeBron is just going to be LeBron.
No,
however, now they putting this stuff in sports to where like you got to go to certain camps and you got to know certain coaches to get NIL. You got to go to certain schools to get certain grades to get into these colleges. So now privilege is playing a role in that. But like sports is one of those things that's the great equalizer because if I'm poor and you're poor, we both can work and we both can become successful at this sport. If you're rich and I'm poor, I can still become successful and you can become successful and we both make it to the NBA. Nowadays, it's being very blurred. The lines are being very blurred. Oh, you're not at the country club with this right person. You're not here. You're not there. We all grew up thinking the Oscars, Tonys, the fucking Golden Globe, all of these award shows. We thought it was literally based off of like
merit.
This is the best person.
This is the best person. No. They had the best film. They had the best response.
All of that stuff is paid for. All of that stuff is lobbied against, is lobbied for. Like,
so acknowledge that though. You know what I'm saying? But
don't nobody want to acknowledge that because if you acknowledge that, then what's the point of even watching? It's kind of like if you found out the NFL was rigged or the NBA is rigged. And like all this,
and
shit
they know
fixed.
Exactly who's gonna win.
You wouldn't watch it because you're like, damn. Well, what's the point of watching the Lions if I know they're gonna? Even though we always fucking lose, but what's the point of watching if I don't think my team has a chance? So they still want to have that
illusion,
the illusion of you have a chance. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. We're gonna slip you in eventually, but just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And that's the illusion that draws all of us in. So
I guess.
That's the whole point of.
I'm gonna watch the film though. And Marty Supreme.
But now you're gonna watch it. You're gonna be subjective.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna be nitpicking. This shit ain't good.
I'm gonna watch Marty Supreme and give like my real feedback because I'm kind of like a movie buff, but I strongly feel like it just came out, and so I need to understand how you win, and you
Okay,
just got here.
let me